Clarksons fly only luxury jet to summer sun, fun and gaiety. Look at these prices, fully inclusive of jet flights to top hotels, courier service, everything. What a choice, crammed into 100 pages of sparkling colour and guaranteed. Get the holiday book of the year from your local Clarkson agent now. It's free.
This is a bottle of Emva Cream, the best loved of all Cyprus sherries. There's a legend in Cyprus that the grapes that go to make Emva come from vineyards once owned by the Queen of Sheba. Apart from the legend, there's no other evidence of this, except the taste, rich and deep. See what you think when you've tried it. Emva Cream, the queen of Cyprus sherries.
Any hostess knows a pretty table makes a party, just as clear, fresh skin makes a pretty hostess. So Wendy cares for her skin with Fairy toilet soap, the purest, gentlest care any woman could want. You'd expect the gentlest care from a toilet soap called Fairy. And you find it in Fairy's wonderfully pure lather. Isn't this the kind of care every woman wants? Like Wendy, party time, anytime. Keep your skin fresh and clear with Fairy toilet soap, the purest, gentlest care.
The pure and gentle toilet soap, so pure its name is Fairy.
This year, create a mild sensation. Give Duncella cigars.
Food. That's why you should choose Kitty Cat. It gives you so much value because you know you can count on Kitty Cat.
Home is where you keep your long life. The beer brewed specially for the home in ring-pull cans. Home is where you drink your long life. The beer that's brewed and matured for longer to give it extra flavor. Home is where you keep your long life. The beer brewed specially for the home by Coop in the new 3-can pack.
Hello again, just a reminder that tomorrow is lift-off day for Apollo 11, and our coverage and our program Man on the Moon begins at 2:10 tomorrow afternoon. But now we move along with performer and composer and Anthony Hopkins.
So it's going to be generally cloudy, and there will be a little rain and drizzle. More rather heavier rain coming along during this evening, and then clearer weather coming in behind that, moving into these northwestern districts. But for the rest of the country, then generally cloudy. There will be a few chinks of sunshine, certainly on this eastern coast at first, and then later in the day in one or two of these inland areas, well away from the west coast. But on the whole, a good deal of cloud, and also I should mention that there's some low cloud up here leading to hill fog patches as well. But generally speaking, very mild over the whole of the country. Temperatures this afternoon into the upper 40s and even touching 50 in one or two places. Winds generally northwest, but backing round to southwest and freshening up during the latter part of the day. Well, now, a look at the summary chart. Then on to the outlook. This is for tomorrow. Then the cold front moving down across the country, so that the clearer weather will be into Scotland and Northern Ireland during the course of tonight and tomorrow. And then the cold front moving down across England and Wales, bringing some rain during tomorrow. Then after that, colder weather in the north here with some showers, but in the south then mainly dry, and temperatures just a little bit lower than they have been today. Well, more weather news at about 11 minutes to 6.
There's a change to BBC One's published programmes this evening. Going for a... Freeman looks at the week's releases in All Systems Freeman. The Newcomers is at 7:05, and the news headlines are at 7:29. Then at 7:30, instead of Let Sleeping Wives Lie, which is postponed until 7:25 on Sunday, there's a special programme. Last Monday's B-52 H-bomber crash off Greenland was the second of its kind. In January 1966, a US Air Force plane crashed at Palomares in Spain with the loss of 4 hydrogen bombs. Tonight there's a film about that first crash and its consequences, which throws considerable light on the new B-52 disaster. Lost 4 H-bombs is at 7:30. Then at 8:15, 5 minutes earlier than usual, Till Death Us Do Part with guest stars Joan Sims and Bill Fraser. The news is at 8:50.
And now here's a film about food hygiene.
Here's a funny one. Un poco meno molimenti. Prantana hakapuki yakapokataka. Prantana printed in Acapulco. Thought I'd do that for them, you see. What's this here? It says here Paganini. Why is Paganini's name on it? Oh, page 9, I got it. Right, you start, I'll meet you halfway, Buster. My music stand fell over. Matter of fact, I kicked it over. That's supposed to go around. Who the hell tightened that? See, I do a joke here, look. Oh, look, radar. Go back to Acapulco. Where the hell? That's the music. Now, Jack. The mouthpiece. When the right things go wrong, I'll be happy. Now watch me closely. I may do something contrapuntal. The name's Edwards, not Vladimir Kutz. There's a lady over there thought I was swearing. Vladimir Kutz, you deaf old... I wasn't swearing. Vladimir was, but I wasn't. Let's have something a bit quieter. That dates me, Vladimir Kutz, doesn't it? I think he was shot about 12 years ago. Let's have something a little slower. Now, come on. The Dance of the Hours by Stinky Ellie. Hang on, there's one of them gone wrong here. What's the matter with that one? Oh, that's... What should we drink to? Here's to the Iron Curtain, may it rust in peace, says it. You little darling, you go down there and join your friends. Rendezvous in Jim's Tum. I'm going to finish He doesn't hear me very well. Finish this and finish the trombone. Finish doodly-doo. And then it's a poodly-doodly-doo. Right, wait for me. That's a good lad. What a waste. Finish it somehow or other. Right. Oh, blimey, that thing's dropped in. If the mouth keeps dropping in your lap. Now, to the death, to the death. I might have broken my blasted back there, you know that. I'd just like to demonstrate to you the range of the missile.
With bloody clothes on. And so why? Because they want to become same color as me, brown. Same color as me. But when I go to landlady, open the door, oh, no colors, walk, go home, outside. They're bloody mad, all bloody mad. Who's the coon getting all aerated? Me? No need to get all aerated, is there, John John?
Yeah, well, you can't blame him, can you? I mean, just so rude.
I'm not rude, mate, not rude.
Not rude?
No.
Going off about the coloured people. And the man standing there?
Well, I've heard you going on about them.
Not in front of him, you haven't.
Yeah, but I mean, look, give us me a drink over here, darling. Look, in a political discussion, see, in your polemicals, you are entitled to raise your salient facts, Mr. Graham. See? Hey, the coon over there is political, isn't he? I mean, it's not his fault. It's not your fault, John, but you are a political question, see? You've got to admit that, haven't you?
Yes, I know, but there's such a thing as politeness.
All right, granted, there is such a thing as politeness, but this is still a free country, isn't it? Still a democracy, and you are entitled to thoughts, isn't you?
Granted, yes, it is a democracy, and you are entitled to thoughts.
Right.
Granted.
Yes.
Yes, but you don't have to voice them, do you?
All right, well, say I didn't see him standing there. Let's put it that way, all right?
Oh, well, if you didn't see him standing there, all I can say, mate, is you want to get down to National Health and get yourself a new pair of goggles.
Here, listen, for your information, Sonny, these goggles are not on the National Health because these goggles, mate, happen to be private goggles. By virtue of the fact that they was bought before your Labour lot brought the National Health in.
Not my Labour lot.
All right, I'll grant you not your Labour lot, but they were still bought before the National Health come in, see? Because these glasses, they belong to my dear old dad, they did. They was presented to him by the Prince of Wales in commemoration of the application crisis.
Oh, get it. Maybe.
Never mind about maybe. Those are the facts, son.
Facts.
Incontrovertible facts.
Facts.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the facts. If you can't see him, you want to get them changed.
Nothing wrong with these, mate. Nothing wrong with these goggles. Don't you worry.
I can see him in 9 and 9's National Health.
And I can see him in mine too, you daft old rat bag. Look, why don't you shut up? Blimey. flipping marvellous. Come in here for quiet drinks and chat. And everybody wants to pick an argument with you, don't they?
I didn't pick argument with you. You bloody picked argument with me.
On a point of information, Sambo, I did not pick an argument with you, did I? I was merely expressing an opinion. An opinion, which is a sovereign right of every Englishman to express. A right guaranteed to us under the Magna Charta, and an opinion. There's not only my opinion, mate, but it is also the opinion of one of the finest political leaders this country's ever had.
Enoch bloody Powell, I suppose.
Mister to you, if you don't mind.
All right, then, Enoch Mr. Bloody Powell, then. Bloody white Sambo.
Listen. You listen to me, Gunga Din.
Gunga Din? What?
You'll soon change your tune if he gets it to number 10, mate. God, blimey. Your feet won't touch the ground, they won't. Oh, he'll have you back in the jungle playing on your tom-toms before you can say that.
I am leaving. I am not paying £2,000 to come into this country to be insulted by bloody skinhead. You put the boot in.
Come on,
You're talking middle.
Come on, lads, it's election day. Listen, £2,000? Oh, for £2,000 I'd get out, wouldn't you?
Yeah, £2,000, you bloody liar. Because it don't cost no £2,000 to get here from India, do it?
Pakistan.
All right, India, Pakistan, what's the difference?
There's no difference.
It's all bloody wogland, mate, isn't it? So it don't cost you no £2,000 to come here, does it? Not even if you fly, it don't.
I don't fly. I do not come by air. We come by boat all the way to Calais in France.
Look, I'm perfectly well aware where Calais is. We're not all bloody ignorant, are we?
All right, then. Listen, so, I'm getting to Calais in France, and I have to contact English Fred. And I give him £600 to row me across the channel to Sandwich Bay in Kent. When I get there, I say to him, OK, sailor, how do I get to London? And he says, give me another £30. So I give him another £30. And he said, right, I want you to walk up that road and make this sign. And I say, how will I know which is my transport? And he said, when one stops, that's it.
Oh, blimey. He had you over there, me old coon, didn't he, eh? God, he must have seen you coming, all right.
Well, you've been better off coming by here.
It'd have been cheaper by air, wouldn't it?
Well, no, cheaper by air. My cousin, Patrick O'Grady, comes from Nairobi.
Just a minute, just a minute. Your cousin, Patrick O'Grady?
Yes, I'm Irish.
Irish?
Yes. I am a red-faced Mick Bigora, be Jesus. Look, Mother McCree, blue eyes.
Look, I've seen everything now, and I bloody chocolate-coloured mix. It's marvellous.
Let me finish, please. It's cheaper by air because he's flying from Nairobi to London. But when he gets to London, they will not let him land because he has not got a permit. See? So, he has to pay £600 to foreman cleaner for overall and broom so that he can sweep his way out of the airport and up the M4 to London. And 3 wives still in left luggage.
See? They're all getting in without bloody permits now.
Yeah, but it isn't allowed.
No, but it will be when we join a common market, won't it? Hey? I mean, we'd be surrounded by bloody foreigners then. I mean, it's bad enough now, innit? Having his lot over here. Old Packy Paddy's mob. I mean, soon we're going to have all your Krauts, all your bloody Froggies, and your Squareheads, and your Espagnolis. I mean, there'll be swarms of them over there, isn't it? And we've already had to change our money to suit them, haven't we? See, look, I'll tell you. See, it used to be 10 bob, didn't it?
Yes.
Well, now it's 50 pence, isn't it? I mean, they've halved it overnight. See, and it's just a thin end of the wedge. I mean, you get all them Continentals over here. So, I mean, Europe, there's millions of them, you know. Europe is full of them, Continentals. See, well, you get all that bloody lot over here. I mean, we're only a little island, aren't we? We're going to bloody well sink us, they are.
England's already sunk, mate. 3-2 after extra time.
You mind your business, Sambo.
Listen to me now, then. I am British subject and I have the right to vote.
Vote?
I vote today. Cross I go. And I vote for Liberal, Jeremy Thorne, because he can't get in, so I'm safe.
I mean, shut up and listen. They They've given them the vote now. I mean, they've got a say in how to run our country. I mean, before you know where you are, there'll be half of them in the House of Commons. You know what we'll finish up with, ain't you? Bloody black Prime Minister, that's what.
I'll never come to that. Old Shifty Harold will see to that, mate.
Oh, why?
Why? Well, I'll tell you why. Because if he thinks he's getting a lot of coloured votes, he'll black up for it. Oh, yeah. You know coloured labour works. I'll tell you what. I've taken you up on the coloured market now. The common market, right?
Right, common market.
You mentioned it a few minutes ago.
I did indeed.
Right, it's the only way to run Europe in this modern day.
What are you bloody talking about? Oi, fill that up, will you? Listen, the only way to run Europe, mate, is the way Europe was run years ago, isn't it? With a bloody great navy and a good dose of cold steel.
Yeah.
That soon quiet them down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, bloody potty.
Who's potty?
You're potty. How can war solve any problem?
What about the last war then, Sambo, eh?
What about it?
That solved a few problems, didn't it?
How?
You shut up, you might bloody learn something. I'll tell you how, because you let the Krauts know who was the master, didn't it?
All right. No, listen, I am a non-violent pacifist.
You're a bloody coward, more
All
like.
right, I'm a non-violent pacifist coward.
Yeah.
Listen, your Krauts, your squareheads, your Germans, as you call them, they are more prosperous now than we are. You know why? Because they've done better out of losing the war than we did out of winning it.
Oh, great, but whose fault is that then, eh? On a point of information. Whose bloody fault's that?
Don't look at me.
I don't want to bloody look at you, mate.
Listen, the idea of a European economic community is to make Britain stronger in the world.
By joining up with a lot of smelly foreigners?
No, by allowing them to join up with us. Listen, your Conservative Party states, and they state without your Conservative Party, mate, that, listen, don't take my word, I'll show you, listen, the Conservative Party states...
This is what the Labour mandate says. They will build 10 million houses.
Just a moment.
For Pakistani.
We are not interested. We are not interested in what Labour says, Sonny. We've had enough of their bloody lies for the past fortnight, haven't we?
All right, Cheeky. What about the bloody Tory lies?
Do you mind, please? Let's have a little bit of decorum. Through the chair. Speaker's on his feet, isn't he? Right. After you, Fred.
Right, but we must also recognise the obstacles...
Look, do
you mind?
When the Pakistanis...
Stop interrupting, Sambo. Carry on, Fred.
Thank you. Right. There would be short-term disadvantages in Britain going into the European Economic Community, which...
Well, that's what I have been saying, innit? Mixing with a lot of bloody foreigners. There's your disadvantage, isn't it?
See, we just can't form a European Economic Community on our own, can we, you great elastic-sided stocking?
I'm not saying... You bloody great Lancashire hot pot, I'm not saying we can. All I'm saying is we don't want a load of bloody foreigners in the common market, do we?
Well, I know you're going to have in it, then.
Well... Dear so...
Pakistan?
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you. Got most of them over here already, haven't we? No, I mean, there's Australia, isn't there? I mean, they've only got a few coons over there and all little ones over there. You're aboriginals, they're all right. Then you got Canada, did you?
Yes, but they're not in Europe.
I never said they was, did I?
Look, you didn't say they wasn't, did you? But they're not in Europe.
I know.
Look, Australia and Canada are too far away to be in Europe. They're too bloody fools, these men. Too bloody fools.
I'll tell you something. Now, if you bring a pound of butter from Australia, it costs you more because it has farther to travel. Whereas, on the other hand, if you bring a pound of butter from France, which is not as far away as Australia is, it's cheaper. It's much cheaper. Oh, even Gran can see that, can't you?
See what?
Look, you bring a pound of butter from France, it's cheaper than to get a pound of butter from Australia. Do you agree?
Doesn't really bother me. I can't afford to buy it anyhow, not on my pension.
Yeah.
Can't remember the last time I had a nice bit of butter.
There was butter on that sandwich I just gave you.
Oh, could be. Could be. Could be that made me gin go greasy. I has to dunk me sandwich, you see, because me teeth's gone blunt. They's government teeth, that's the trouble. But they don't slip. Now, that's important. Now, you know, old Jack Lewis, his teeth used to slip. They'd slip and slide around all over the place. And, you know, they used to rattle when he talked. You would hardly hear a word he was saying. But that was the end of him, you know, in the end. They killed him. He was out the back drowning a cat, and the cat scratched him, and he fell back and hit his head, and his teeth slipped right into the back of his throat, see?
Blimey, piss off, mate. Clean country? Only one of the cleanest countries in the world, that's all.
Listen, how can it be a clean country when you have to put up sign, do not let your doggy do 5-pound foul on pavement?
That's the sign of a clean country.
Oh,
That is the sign.
Yes, listen, that's the sign that enables man to walk home at night free and not have to go whoop and turn around and step over and have to... That's not right, is it?
Blimey, I thought that was him for a minute.
This is what I mean, you see. In a clean country, people would know about such things.
Yeah, the people know, the dogs don't. You give a dog, if a dog, mate, you get a... Dogs aren't like people.
Oh.
They're not like... Dogs are different, I'll tell
Look,
you.
just on a point of information, Sambo, can I ask you a question? Look, what do doggies do in your country, then, when they're out for walkies, like, and they get caught short, eh?
Well, we don't have many dogs in our country.
No, because you eat them all, don't you? I'll tell you something. Look, I am a Tory, mate, right? Make no bones about it, I'm a Tory, and I'm categorically opposed to the bloody common market.
And I am in Labour.
You are a war. So shut your dirty round.
Look here, I am Roman Catholic Irish Pakistan gentleman. Gross take home pay £8.10. And don't you tell me to piss off, I'll give you thud up the buttocks. I give you money I tell you right up the buttocks, right up the buttocks.
Listen, good heavens.
Bloody mad.
Listen, Grandad, what are you having, a gin?
Oh, yes. You only give me a small one last time, dear.
Well, do a large one and one for the ones you didn't have last time, okay?
Can you lend me £1, please?
What'd you do with the last one?
I lent it to you.
You should look after your money, old fruit. All right. Put it on the slate, Lorna.
Oh, good.
Paddy's. Right, you are a Tory.
Correct. I am a Tory and proud of it.
Yeah, well, I am a Tory, too.
You're a Tory, too?
Yes, and my dad before me.
Oh, my dad was a Tory and all, and he knew a bit about politics, my dad did.
Well...
Not like some of this bloody rubbish round here what votes Labour. See, my dad...
My dad?
Look, my dad was Irish Labour. Irish Labour.
Will you listen a minute about my dad?
Look, my dad...
Your dad voted Tory, yes. Well, so
my
did my dad.
My
too.
dad.
You've told
My dad. My dad. My dad was out of work for a long time. A long time. And you know what he did? My dad borrowed a pair of boots and he walked 8 miles over the moors to vote Tory.
Well, my dad would have done that. Don't you worry.
Your dad's a bloody fool, and so is his dad.
Show a bit of respect towards my dad, Sambo. My dad was British, and he was entitled to vote for who he wanted to bloody well vote for.
Well, my daddy was British too.
Yeah?
Irish-British, mate.
Yeah?
Irish-British.
Well, so he might have been. But he wasn't too particular about who he kicked with, was he?
My dad was very fussy who he kippered with.
Yeah? Bloody well look like it from where I'm standing, mate.
Listen to me, I tell you that my daddy never sleep with very give-it-one lady in the cages, Grant Road, Bombay.
Never mind politics. Listen.
What?
You are a Tory?
Correct, I'm a Tory.
And you are against the common market?
Exactly, against the common market.
Right, well, answer me this then. Edward Heath, Right Honourable Edward Heath, what party's he?
Answer.
What party?
What is it? I'm gonna... What sort of a daft question is that then? What party? You show a bit of respect, Sambo. If old Enoch, if he was up there in that... Or Sir Alec Douglas Home himself. If they was up there in number 10 Downing Street, this country wouldn't be in the troubles we're in now, mate.
I'll give you that. I'll come back on that.
He's in trouble too.
No, I mean... think what that man has done for this country.
But bring it up.
No, you bloody great black pudding. Sir Alec Douglas Home. I mean, do you know what that man done? That man gave up all his titles, he did, in order to become the Prime Minister of this country. Oh. And what thanks he get for it, eh? What thanks? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's what he got.
He shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have given up his title.
Well, he had to, didn't he, you daft old faggot? He had to. I mean, you according to the Constitution of this country, you cannot preside over Her Majesty's government without what you are a commoner for some bloody daft rule or other. You see, in the old days, Sandro, when we was ruled by our aristocracy, see, we had an empire then, and now we're up to bloody eyeballs in debt, haven't we? You see, that's the rule, the law of the country, that an earl or a duke or a lord cannot become a prime minister.
Well, Lord George done it. He was a prime minister.
He wasn't Lord George, he was Lloyd George, wasn't he, a daft cow?
What about your Lord Palmerston?
Oh, I don't go to that pub no more, love. Don't like the governor there, he's a pig. All the years I've been going there, he's never bought me a drink yet. Not like they are here, not as friendly as here.
Blimey. Look, she was not referring to pubs, was she, a gin-sodden sandwich dunking old rat bag? She was referring to your actual Lord bloody Palmerston.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, your Lord Palmerston, the pub on the corner, won by Wally Higgins.
God bless. It was named after him.
No, it wasn't, not after Wally.
Lord Palmerston! It was named after him!
That's right, that's what it's called.
Oh, shut up, will you? Go on ahead, shut up! God, truth.
What I would like to know is, why isn't Ireland and Pakistan in the World Cup series?
Perfectly simple answer that, my old coon, because they ain't bloody good enough, that's why.
See, racialism in bloody sport is not
nothing
right, not
to do
fair.
with that, nothing to do with that. They just can't play football good enough, that's all.
Oh, what about the Georgie Best?
What about?
He is Irish. He is the best football player in the world in Ireland.
Well, go on to that. Go on to that. Did I ask you to blow that match out?
No, it's done on an impulse.
Well, mind your own bloody business. I'll grant you Georgie Best is best footballer, but why? Because he comes from the best part of Ireland. What? The English part of Ireland.
What are you talking about? English part of Ireland.
Of course it is.
English part of Ireland.
Hey, is it true what they've written about you on the wall out there?
If they put that up again, I've rubbed it off twice.
In any case, it's not true.
How do you know?
I asked her.
Hey, shut up, you sex-mad coon.
What?
We was talking about football, wasn't we? Football.
Football?
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, there's too much religion in football. No, listen. Did you see that Petrash for Czechoslovakia?
Petrash?
Petrash, he was and he scored a goal and he dropped down to his knees and he crossed himself.
Oh, yeah, well, Brazil do that, don't they? I see they do that before the game and half-time and all.
Oh.
And I'll tell you something else. Gran, do you know that Brazil have got only water in their trainer's bucket? Yeah. And I can't say I blame them. Because, I mean, you don't want to take any chances, do you? You want to get him on your side, see? Him? Yeah, him. Get out there in the middle of the pitch and cross yourself for eating a sea. I mean, that's football today, isn't it? See?
You don't think that God is watching the World Cup series, do you?
Well, what do you think Brazil doing all the ace, king, queen, jack business? So it's the reason he's watching. I mean, you don't think he'd miss the World Cup, do you?
Of course he hasn't got time to watch the World Cup. He's too busy watching evil men do terrible things.
Well, God blimey, give him a day off, mate. Give him a day off.
Very clever, these Brazilians.
Oh, Brazil, very clever. Make very good nuts.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. Someone else who's been bloody clever. Oh, Mr. Wilson. He's been bloody clever.
He's not out up there, he's on the panel of experts with Ian St. John.
I am not talking about Wilson, your footballer. I am talking about Wilson, your bloody Prime Minister.
Oh, him.
Your darling bloody Harold Wilson.
Pudding legs.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you why he's been so clever. He pulled a crafty one, he has. What? Calling a general election during a World Cup? Political chicanery, that is, isn't it? Because he knows that all the England supporters out there are all Tories, isn't it? Nonsense.
How'd you make that up, then?
Well, it stands to reason, my dear. It stands to reason if you think about it. Because your Labour rubbish couldn't afford to go out there, could they? All them England supporters out there, all bloody Tories. And he's robbed us of them votes, old Harold. Robbed us about 30 seats, he has, the crafty swine. Eh? Ain't great. What about your England squad? Eh? What about them? They can't vote either. He's robbed them of their bleeding vote, he has.
Listen, how do you know they're Tories?
Well, God blimey, all the money they earn, you don't think they're going to vote bloody Labour, do you? No, I mean, because he's trying to bribe them, isn't he? Old Harold, he's bunged out a few OBEs and a night off for Alf. But our lads are above corruption, because you ask me, this old Harold is the one who's corrupt, isn't it? See? Well, of course it is, all them orgies they have up down in the street, all them theatricals that keeps inviting up there. I mean, you know what, he's even give out an OBE to that coon singer. Yes.
Oh, you got to be fair, though. He given OBE to Gordon Banks, and he can't sing.
I know. It's another example of your political chicanery, isn't it? See?
Gerrymandering.
Gerrymandering. And all that, because Stoke-on-Trent is a marginal seat, isn't it?
He's crafty, you know. He'd give Enoch an OBE if he thought he'd be on his side.
Of course he would.
He would. He would. Listen, I'll tell you what, lads, he slipped up.
What?
Old stocky legs has slipped up. Do you know why?
What?
Because the lads are back home.
Defeated. 3-2 after extra time.
Stop laughing, Sonny. Just a minute. We was not defeated. We was not defeated.
What
we was 2-0 up at half-time, wasn't we?
Half-time.
Well, listen. I'll tell you. You know what happened? It was 2-0 up half-time in the boiling cauldron of Guadalajara.
Leon.
Right, you're right. I stand corrected. And what happened? Bobby Moore, God bless him, OBE. Because he got that off the Queen herself, not off of Harold, you see. And he got the lads together in the dressing room at half-time, and he said, look, lads, he said, we've beaten the Jerry, we've beaten the Hun in 2 world wars and in 1 World Cup.
1914.
Oh, that's a lot of goals.
See? He said, and here we are, 2-0 up, and we've established our superiority to them. But he said, lads, he said, Martin, Gordon, and Jeffy.
The team.
The team. He said, lads, he said, what is more important, winning the World Cup for the 2nd time, or protecting our beloved country from the creeping menace of the bloody Labour Party, he said. He said, listen, lads, he said, and as a man, the cry come back, save our beloved country from Bolshevism, to come back. And he said, right, lads, he said, get out there, he said, but make it look good. Take them into extra time and let them win by 1 goal. No more and no less.
What is Alf Ramsey doing during all this?
They didn't let him know about it, did they?
Why, is he Labour?
Oh, I mean, he didn't get his night off for his knowledge of football, did he? And old Bobby says, get out there, lads, lose the match, and then back home and vote Wilson out.
Yes,
he's off his nuts.
That's what happened.
That's what happened.
Dufted this fellow.
Bloody Wilson, can you back home?
What are you talking about?
Back home. We're gonna vote Wilson out. Back home. Back home. Here. You're not a bad old nigger, are you, really? You know, look, all said and done, you're not a bad old Samba, were you?
They were defeated by a better team, 3-2 after half-time.
You traitorous black bastard, you!
Non-violence! Non-violence!
This is BBC One.
Good evening. Welcome to Election Studio 1 at the Television Centre in London. The Prime Minister, Mr Harold Wilson, chose to hold this general election today, June the 18th. The choice is essentially his. And of course he chooses the date because he feels that that's the date on which he can best win. Now we're going to see if he chose right. He chose June. Who did you choose? If the Labour Party gets a big majority, we could have a Labour government through to 1975.
That turned out to be the owner-occupier, who could participate with the contractor in the improvement of his or her house, and the resultant saving in costs was greatly worthwhile.
A look at these and other groups in Tuesday's documentary, Help Yourself to a House, tonight at 9:35. This is BBC One.
I've just popped back to say that I thought that show there was marvellous. I love them too, Mark and Bernie Winters. And tomorrow night at 8:30, I will be watching the Mike Yardley Christmas show, because he's bound to be mimicking me, and I hope you'll watch as well. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 8:30, BBC One, the Mike Yardley Christmas show.
Not Yardley, Yarwood.
Ooh, Yarwood Christmas show. Was it all right apart from that?
On BBC Two now, the award-winning play by Jack Rosenthal, The Evacuees. And Christmas evening on BBC One continues with the world television premiere of the feature film starring Paul Newman and Robert Redford, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
And next on London Weekend this afternoon, The Golden Shot.
We want free drink!
You brotherbuck, you joining the strike then?
No, Taff.
The harmonica in the dressing room.
Go and fetch it, Arthur.
Oh.
Hang about.
Get Burke.
Come on. Hurry up.
What are you going to do with it?
I don't know.
Have you got it?
Have you got it? Come on, come on.
Here we are. He dresses very close.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, in the special Christmas issue of The Listener, there's an extract from the script of one of the Morecambe and Wise shows in which they try their hand at wine tasting. That's in the current issue of The Listener.
Programmes for Boxing Day on BBC One. At 7 o'clock, The Magnificent Seven, the classic Western adventure starring Yul Brynner, Steve McQueen and Eli Wallach.
I'm going into the hills for the winter.
Where am I going to get the food for my men?
Solving your problems isn't our line.
We deal in lead, friend.
At 9:05 in Steptoe and Son, Harold and Albert plan a Christmas holiday.
Oh, now you can't have nothing against Belgium. They never done no harm to anybody. We'll go to Brussels. No. Why not? If you tell me because you don't like sprouts, I'll kill you.
There's a new look to ITV in 77. A brand new series with the boys in blue and Get Some In.
See, you're a sergeant now, Corporal.
Went up the bus, there's a woman sitting there. He said, you'll have to pay full fare for him, he's over 12. She said, it can't be, we've only been married 10 years.
Tom O'Connor with another new series.
Where's the man I married?
I just met him in there.
This year, next year, set in the Yorkshire Dales and written by the author of Sam.
That's a fine figure of a man, is that?
Load him in.
I must know, what are your intentions?
Leslie Crowther in Big Boy now.
What about my daughter?
I should let her have a lie-in.
Wish You Were Here returns to cheer the winter months with thoughts of warmer days as Judith Chalmers and Chris Kelly take a close look at holidays you might enjoy in and around the British Isles.
Leave hold of me.
Loveliest of the loveliest. For God's sake, let me love you.
Lynn Frederick and Kenneth Hay in Hazlitt in Love.
We have shared till now, Sarah, my sweet. They have not been unpleasurable to you, I know that. Trust me, my love.
And a brand new series with the ever-helpful Selwyn Froggatt. Just some of the new programs on ITV in 77.
Now, here's the first of two big feature films we have for you today. Morecambe and Wise in That Riviera Touch.
I'd like to thank you all for watching me and my little show here tonight. If you've enjoyed it, then it's all been worthwhile.